I'm pretty excited. This is gonna be awesome.
It's not terrible.
So,
How's it going?
it's going good. I didn't tell my girlfriend about this. This is a secret.
Yeah, we're back at Jared's hangar. Got both the Hondeezis. Hunter, there's a lot of cool stuff planned for the Civic. Some of
the RPF ones ready.
he already has the RPF one. Are they mounted and everything?
No, that's all I need to do. I got the TPMS sensors.
In the tires?
Today. Yeah, I already have tires.
Shit. He's gonna get coilovers. He's got a whole bunch of stuff he's got going on this car, and some of the things that he's doing, I'm actually gonna be doing on my car as well. Some quality of life modifications for me personally, because I'm kind of tired of touching powertrain stuff. But tonight, Hunter's got an NVIDIA like Q300 catback, right, or something?
70mm catback. I actually don't know the exact system it is. It doesn't say on there, but it's pretty cool. It looks pretty nice.
I think it's gonna look sick. It's gonna sound sick too.
Yeah, I'm excited. The guy that sold it to me, he parts out SIs and stuff. I've worked with him or bought stuff from him before, and he was like, it's gonna sound really good on your car. So I'm excited to see how it does.
Over on my car, I have some Honda genuine parts going on. So I actually, when I bought this car, didn't have the Type S wing. I picked up the Type S wing from kind of another person who parts out older Honda stuff. These are Honda OEM gaskets that are supposed to go underneath the Type R wing / Type S wing. Never got these, just slapped the wing on because that's what I'm used to doing. And it's fine, it looks great, it functions, I guess, fine. It doesn't like fall off on the highway. But the main issue is it vibrates and makes a lot of noise when I'm idling. So we're gonna hope that these foam gaskets will fix that vibration and sound issue. And maybe the car won't be as ratchet on idle. How much do you pay him per hour? Okay. How's the OEM exhaust looking down here? Is it gonna be a bitch to get out or what?
No, we're good.
Yeah, of course. Just like Christian's C6.
Yo, true.
That's how it's gonna be.
It is also quite a lovely night tonight to be working on two Hondas. Not too hot. Sky is beautiful. Can't ask for much more.
Not too hot and not too cold.
Yo, look at this bolt.
Bruh.
Guys. Look at this bolt, guys. This was in my car.
Yeah, it's pretty cooked, buddy.
It's pretty bad.
Good thing he doesn't need that anymore. Wow. Yeah.
I think it was a little more muffled before than now, or than it's going to be.
Do we need to start it up? I think Hunter needs to start up the car with no exhaust on it for like
well, it still has
10 seconds.
It still has a resonator on it.
All right, yeah, start her up. Let's see what she sounds like. Just let it like, for like a second. No revs, nothing, just not trying to get the exhaust too hot. Is it in neutral before you ram it into my car? If it was,
I have my foot in the clutch. I always
okay.
Oh.
That actually like doesn't sound bad at all.
Dang, that sounded pretty. I'm pretty excited. This is gonna be awesome.
I feel like putting an exhaust on your car, it's gotta be like a top 5 mod to do. I mean, first of all, it's good for performance, but it pays off pretty well.
I'm doing 2 top 5 mods. I'm doing the wheels for these clappers, and then I'm getting the exhaust. Like, those are the 2 main things you've got to do to your car.
Absolutely. Wheels, suspension, exhaust.
Yes,
and intake. Yeah.
Hey, get hot. We're debadging it. You're gonna think it's a Lambo.
No, you have no clue that would be a Civic. You would have no idea.
Dude, yeah, no, it's gone.
It's hot. Mystery car.
Who knows? Who knows? I'm working hard on my exhaust.
It's getting there. Jared ran into the first issue with the exhaust, which is, I feel like, a pretty common issue you run into with most exhausts in cars. Rusted out hardware. And while Jared's taking off the exhaust, we're gonna get started on the Teggy. First thing we're gonna do is make sure these are 10s, and they are perfect. Second thing we're gonna do is open up the OEM gaskets. Let's remove the wing. Yeah, these are my own custom washers, if you can tell, and hardware from Lowe's. But yo, it works, it fits fine. Move on to the other side. So this is the fun part, because as soon as I remove this hardware, the whole wing is gonna wanna fall. Okay, I'm gonna go like this.
Okay.
We'll move to the other side now. All right, I'm gonna put the hardware inside the car. I wanna show you guys what the car would look like without a wing. Like, it's not terrible. It's not terrible, but it's not for me. It needs the wing. Hey, could you keep it down over there? Yeah. So, if I did this correctly, hey, look at that. That's fire. Yeah, that looks pretty good.
You didn't even clean the surface.
Nope, I didn't. Because they're gaskets. It's not like I need them to be held in, you know what I mean? It's not like the adhesive is holding the wing to my car. Although that would be pretty funny if it was just the adhesive. See how long it lasts? All right, on to the other side. Look at that.
Kyle, he's our man. If he can't do it, no one can.
How the roles have reversed. Now Hunter's working on my car while Jared works on his car. Sound check. It sounds so much better. So before, every time I dropped in the trunk, it would make like a weird buzzing sound. Listen to how crisp this is.
Dang.
Look at that.
Beautiful.
He's not having fun. All right.
Can you hold it up though? Now pull it back. Dang, bro. It's okay. It's alright.
Not quite positioned right.
I thought it would stick out a little more than that.
I think it will.
You got it, Joed.
Well, not really.
You can twist it, you know.
It's got to go like that. It's hitting your
That's fine.
diffuser though.
It's gonna.
It's gonna melt.
It's already melted. It's gonna do that. It's fine, honestly. There's already like heat damage on it.
No, it's gonna melt it.
Oh, I'm gonna grab something.
Well, that's what it should look like.
Unfortunately, it's not gonna look like that because the bolts are rusted to shit from the cat to the cat back, so that's not gonna work. So we were like, all right, we're gonna leave the OEM resonator on and then just put the aftermarket muffler on. But the OEM resonator has welded on nuts, so we can't use the aftermarket hardware, nor can we use the OEM bolts with the aftermarket combination. So essentially, installing a nice NVIDIA exhaust turned into just doing a muffler delete.
It's not for long. Like, I'm gonna quickly go get a catted down pipe and we're gonna be back at it.
Eventually.
Eventually. I need to get some
but
hardware.
not tonight, unfortunately.
Damn.
Wait, that actually sounds sick. Yo, wait, that's actually cool. But like, we don't condone muffler deletes, just so you know. It'll sound really good when I'm done.
Eventually.
Eventually.
When we get around to it.
It'll be like another week or two. That's it. Next video. You'll get
Next video, full exhaust.
Next video that I'm in, this car is gonna be on RPF ones. It's gonna have a full exhaust. Probably, maybe coilovers, probably not, but we'll see. We'll see.
Won't be on coilovers yet.
Buddy, I like to see you walk home instead of in my glorious SI. No Civic. This ain't a Civic.
Not a Civic, it's a race car.
Honda SI. This is pure race car, like the Toyota GR-GT, Honda SI.
All right, well, that's a wrap. At least my car sounds good.
That's funny. My car actually sounds kind of cool, I can't lie. I finally have a Honda. You know, it's a wow, 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 wow. We're about to go rip it. We're about to go rip it to E-Town. Then I'm gonna rip it to Hershey. Another?
All right. EM2 Civic clutch master cylinder is going to be going on the Teggy. Let's go take a look at where this is going to go in. So for those of you who are not familiar with the RSX CMC, they have a clutch delay valve. So when you punch in the clutch the whole way, it actually takes a second to fully disengage the clutch. Now the EM2 Civics and the EM1s as well, they don't have the clutch delay valve. So they are a lot better for high revving shifts. I've grinded gears going from second to third before, and I'm gonna hope that this fixes that. They like to blame it on the driver, but I'm blaming it on the CMC because that's what I really think it is. Anyways, thankfully for us, my CMC is located right behind this panel. Now, you'll notice I'm not here by myself. Hunter's back. We just did an EM1 CMC for his car last night, which was supposed to be filmed, but long story short, I didn't go to sleep till 5 in the morning. and yet here we are still working on it. So let's go talk to Hunter really quick. What's up, bro? How's it going?
It's going. Tired of doing this. Went to work on like an hour and a half of sleep last night. It's like 8 o'clock again. It's like we didn't learn our lesson. But hopefully I'm out of here in like an hour.
He's not leaving here for like at least 3 hours or something like that. We're probably gonna be here until 5 a.m. again because we're doing mine. But no, mine. Oh, dude, it's soaked. Bro, why did it just come out of the box like that? That was weird. All right, we're gonna put that back. We won't need that for a minute. All right, let's get it. Okay, first thing we're gonna do is we're gonna actually unbox this. It'll be easier to explain with the fresh one. So this is basically an identical version of what I have, except I have a little triangle piece this side right here, which is the clutch delay valve. So this little U-shaped clip we took out from the OEM clutch master cylinder, and that slides in through here.
So in theory, it goes through there.
In theory, it goes through like this, and it's gonna hold that hard line in. So what we had to do is we had to take this pin, which was in, tap it out, and now our hard line is gonna be free. So we can pop the hard line out, leave it in the same area so it doesn't bend at all, and then what we're gonna do is we're gonna take out the OEM clutch master cylinder by taking out the 212 mil nuts on these two studs, and then we'll be able to pull the whole cylinder out, take the soft line off, and then we're just gonna take the new one, put the soft line on, put this in, put the hard line on, and tap this U in to hold the hard line in. That's all we have to do, except the only thing we've already done, the only thing that we've done is take this U clip out. So we still have to do everything else. Shouldn't be too bad. Dude, that feels good.
Yeah, it's light though. I like it.
Yeah, that's nice. I like how you can actually feel the clutch like pop. Yeah, with the OEM clutch delay valves, you'll notice that your clutch pedal feel is very linear, but if you drive other cars that don't have a delay valve, you kind of like push it in, it gets harder, and then it kind of pops and wants to go the whole way in. So that's another thing that a lot of people, I guess, find desirable. Okay, so this hole is from factory. This hole is also from factory. We just made this hole, and the reason we had to make that hole was to tap that U-clip out. It was gonna be a lot easier to take a flathead screwdriver, stick it through, take a hammer and tap it, get it to pop out enough. That way we could go in with pliers and get it out the rest of the way. Now, I don't have any fender liner on this car because it's slammed. So if you guys do have fender liner and you're doing this, you're probably gonna wanna take the fender liner out, but that's what we did.
Damn, this shit's bright. Okay, this is our first test drive with the EM1 fully installed. I guess it's still a little lower than I'd like, or higher than I'd like it to be.
How do you like your Apple CarPlay?
I love it. Okay, I'm starting to get used to it. Yo, it feels good. It feels good. I wish we could do a highway pool or like a...
We can.
Should we?
If you want. Take a left.
Right here?
Yep, right there. Let them know last second.
All right, we ready?
Yep.
Dude, that's so good. Yeah. So, some Diplo, bro. What's wrong with that? All right, so I would say it's a success. Definitely like shifts a lot smoother. There's a bit of a smell, but I think that's okay. We're gonna jog that up to just a W success right here, and gonna go back to Kyle and help him finish up his. Yeah.
Alrighty, while Jared and Hunter were gone, I removed the clutch fork and I took off the 212 mil nuts holding the CMC in. So now we can basically just go in and pull it out, and then we're gonna go ahead and swap the soft lines over, toss the hard line on, and so on and so forth. So this is the OEM CMC, and this triangle bit is a little shield triangle bit that is behind my fingers, is the delay valve. Here is our EM1. You can see even the angles of the hard line. The angles of the hard line and soft line are the same as well. Okay, we got the CMC in, and not only do we get the CMC in, we got the OEM hard line mounted as well. So now all is left to do is mount the reservoir, fill it up, bleed the entire system, And I also still have to go on the inside and adjust the clutch fork. And then she'll be done. We can go take her for a test spin and hopefully everything checks out. First test drive with the new CMC. We ran into a little bit of trouble bleeding the clutch. We eventually got it. Yeah, definitely have to get used to that. Still don't know how to drive manual. I mean, it feels pretty good. I tried to hit a pretty quick shift there. Doesn't seem to have any clutch slippage issues. Oh. That was interesting right there. I don't know if that's a need to bleed the clutch more issue or that's definitely kind of sus. Uh-oh. We're going to make sure we get back. I'm not losing any clutch fluid. Something that I didn't get filmed on camera was we couldn't really get the clutch slave cylinder to expand, and it turned out the O-ring for the hard line seemed to be up. So we swapped it out for the O-ring that was still in my old clutch master cylinder, and when we went through the bleeding process we had no problems, but after I did that one pull there, the engagement point is definitely low. When we get back, we're gonna pop the hood, take a look and see if it's wet where the hard line goes into the CMC, and I'm really hoping it's not. Well, thankfully, there was no fluid leaking from the hard line at the clutch master cylinder. And after shaking the reservoir soft line, we were able to get quite a few bubbles out. So I think there was just a little bit of air still in the system, causing that really bad pedal feel. Well, Hunter and I have successfully put in the EM1/2 CMCs in our cars. We've been driving it now for a few days.
It's actually really enjoyable. It's so much more like crisp when I'm shifting.
Definitely a good mod. But yeah, if you guys enjoyed the video, make sure you guys go down, hit that like and subscribe button. We are on that road to 10,000. All right, that's it. I'll see you guys in the next one. Peace.